Alright, let's dive into this because it's one of those stories that just makes you go, wait, what? So, the San Francisco Giants have decided to suspend payments to outfielder Harrison Bader after he re-injured his foot in a scooter accident. Yes, you heard that right, a scooter accident. Personally, I think this is one of those situations where you can't help but shake your head and wonder, how did we get here? Let's break it down. First off, Bader's been dealing with plantar fasciitis since the end of May, which is already a tough injury to manage. But then, over the weekend, he's involved in a scooter crash that delays his recovery. What makes this really interesting is the context. According to reports, the scooter crashed into the back of a fire engine, and then the scooter rolled over his foot. I mean, the irony here is almost too much. A professional athlete, already injured, gets into a bizarre accident that further sidelines him. It's like the universe is conspiring against him. Now, the Giants' decision to suspend his payments is where things get even more complicated. From my perspective, it's a tough call. On one hand, the team is within their rights to protect their investment. If Bader's actions are seen as reckless, and let's be honest, riding a scooter in the early morning hours while recovering from an injury does raise some questions, then the team has a case. But on the other hand, this raises a deeper question about player responsibility and team support. Are the Giants being fair, or are they overreacting? What many people don't realize is that these situations often set precedents for how teams handle player conduct in the future. What's also fascinating is Bader's history with scooter accidents. Back in 2014, during his college days at the University of Florida, he was involved in what was believed to be an alcohol-related scooter crash. He was suspended for 19 games. If you take a step back and think about it, this isn't just a one-off incident, it's a pattern. And patterns like these can't be ignored. Personally, I think this adds a layer of complexity to the story. Is this just bad luck, or is there something more going on here? Another detail I find fascinating is the timing of all this. The Giants are in the middle of a season, and Bader's absence is a significant blow to the team. What this really suggests is that the organization is prioritizing discipline over immediate on-field needs. That's a bold move, especially when you consider the competitive landscape of the MLB. It's not just about Bader's injury, it's about the message the Giants are sending to their players and the league. In my opinion, this story is about more than just a scooter accident. It's about accountability, player conduct, and the delicate balance between personal freedom and professional responsibility. What this really boils down to is how much control teams should have over their players' lives off the field. Should athletes be held to a higher standard, or do they deserve the same freedoms as anyone else? It's a question that doesn't have an easy answer, but it's one that's worth discussing. So, here's my closing thought. As we watch this situation unfold, let's not just focus on the accident itself. Let's think about the broader implications. What does this mean for player-team relationships? How will this impact Bader's career moving forward? And most importantly, what can we learn from this about the pressures and expectations placed on professional athletes? It's a lot to unpack, but that's what makes this story so compelling. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below.